Greetings and welcome back to Acadian Comics. I'm your host, James Fondren, and as promised in a previous video, the Dino Comics, this is Dino Comics Part 2, Jurassic Park, the official movie adaptation of Jurassic Park through Topps. So when I got this, the set, it's a 4-comic set, and when I received it, it was all 4 comics were still wrapped in the poly bags. So I have other copies of this that are going to stay in the poly bags that I actually have in bags and boards, and then the poly bag, and then the comic is inside the poly bag, inside the bags and boards. So for my collector's aspect of it, I did that. But when I received it in the mail, it came in like this. So I want to look at this with you guys. We're going to take a look, an extended view of Jurassic Park, the comic adaptation. See, and some of these are already open. So, look, these comics are already open. 2 of 4 and 4 of 4 are already open. So, let's take a peek. Let's take a gander, if you will. So, I tell you what. This is number 3. This is issue number 1. So we got issue 1. Got issue 2. And issue 3 still in the poly bag, and issue 4. But let's look at each one at a time. Okay, so I'm gonna put these to the side, and we'll open the poly bag. So, how exciting this is! Bum 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 bum. And if we're gonna read a dinosaur comic, we need a dinosaur-sized letter opener. So here we go. Don't cut myself. All right. This has been sealed since 1993. Maybe even 1992. Never been opened before. Here we go. And like I said, this doesn't bother me. I have my own. I have this polybag copies already on the side, so not a big deal me opening this. It kind of feels like when I opened the Red Band edition of Blood Hunt that Marvel's been putting out. Vampire Summer by Marvel. You know. Oh look, it's got some cards too. So let's take that out. Yeah, that's great. Look at that poly bag, huh? That was something. Jurassic Park. Like I said, I have the other one, so not worried about it. I'll put this away for now. All right. And look, we got some cards here. Check it out. What is that, a Brachiosaurus? Is that what they say? Walter Simonson's Brachiosaurus. Check that out, Walter Simonson. You know what? He's gonna be at Garden State Comic Fest. I've got some Walter Simonson books. I've got the Legend of World's Finest, all 4 versions of it, all 4 issues 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna have him sign that, and I'll bring these Jurassic Park. Maybe I'll have him sign these Jurassic Park comics. I don't know. Should I have him sign the outside of the poly bags or the comics? No, I'll have him sign the comics. Yeah. Check this out. Kind of the characters. Here's Dennis Nedry, the lawyer. I don't even know the lawyer's name. Ian Malcolm. John Hammond. Where's Muldoon? I don't see Muldoon in there. Okay. And then, cool, and then they give you like a movie still from the movie. So it's a velociraptor from the movie. Raptors on the prowl. Check that out. Velociraptors are raptors escaped from their high-tech pen and terrorize John Hammond's guests. These elegant but fierce creatures figure prominently in Jurassic Park's exciting climax. Jurassic Park is directed by Steven Spielberg, based on Michael Crichton's best-selling novel. There you go. And we'll have some more cards to open up, when we get to the other polybag comic. But for now, we're looking at one issue at a time here. Isla Nublar. Isla Nublar, sorry. Here we go. It starts off. Isla Nublar. Nublar. I'm not going to get this right. Let me read it one more time. Isla Nublar. 120 miles west of Costa Rica. It's the velociraptor in there. That's a long way from anywhere. The men are are careful as humanly possible. Gently, gently. Seals positive, still secure. It isn't enough. Bring up the bulldozer. Who's this guy? That's it. Hold it. Contact green on all 4 sides. Alright, go. Well, I guess he's supposed to be Robert Muldoon, huh? Look how he looks different. He doesn't look like Muldoon in the movie. Alright, go. Yes, sir. It's pretty tight. Maybe the door's stuck. One good tug should. Roar. Jose, no. Ah. Roar, no. So Jose falls in, not the black guy. Help me, help me. Oh, and this, they're straight up shooting the Velociraptor. This isn't tasers. Yeah, you remember. Shoot her! Shoot her! But this is different. Like, they've got, like, straight up rifles. Cease fire. So they just totally gunned down the Velociraptor and the guy. Oh, well. An excavation. Okay, this is all checking out. But this is, like, amber mine. Oh, this is different, though. Gennaro. Gennaro is the lawyer. Facing a $20 million lawsuit. Hammond hates everything. Inspections slow. Hates inspections. They slow everything down. The insurance company thinks the accident raises some serious safety questions about the park. I've already got Ian Malcolm, but they think he's too trendy. They want Alan Grant. Grant? You'll never get Grant. Get him out of Montana. Why not? Because he's like me, a digger. Here we go. Yeah, she kind of looks like Laura Dern. Yeah, it kind of looks like Sam Neill. Yeah, he's saying all. He's like, I hate computers. See, they had the movie, like they knew the dialogue and everything. It's just like the Dune comic, right? The Dune adaptation. They got to have the lines in here. Yeah. Well, try to imagine yourself in the Jurassic period. I think it was. Did he say Jurassic? I don't think he said Jurassic. I think he said like the late Cretaceous or something like that. Move these cards out of the way. Pretty cool Jurassic Park cards. This is going to be a long video if I don't get through it. So I'm just going to flip through the pages. And what I'm going to do is maybe I'll do a read through on a live stream one day. But I'm going to flip through the pages till I get to the dialogue. Like right here, this is a famous one. You keep still because you think maybe his visual acuity is based on movement, like T-Rex, and he'll lose you if you don't move. Oh, look, they did this where they have like the dinosaur and how they imagine it with a kid, you know. So that's interesting. Interesting stuff. And the kid's like imagining, oh, I'm going to get attacked. But not Velociraptor. Yep. Here to fund your dig. Look at Dennis Nedry. Look how they got Wayne Knight over here. I love it. Win a Jurassic Park #1 Amber Chrome Edition. Serial number limited only. You could be one of 500 lucky winners. Oh my god. Look at this. Topps Comics. Yeah. I mean, like the panels, I mean, just in terms of a movie adaptation, you know, it's not bad. And Dotson, don't get cheap on me, Dotson. But he says, Dotson, pick up the check. Don't get cheap on me. Yep. They're on the helicopter. It's a different helicopter. They changed the helicopter. Thump 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 thump. Is that what that's supposed to say? Thump 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 thump. That must be what it is. That's not the helicopter. This is the actual like music. Thump 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 thump. Oh, that's great. That's great. Thump 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 thump. Thump thump thump. I mean, no, that's supposed to be the helicopter sound, I think, but yeah. Oh, so they fill in a lot of this dialogue. We were planning on an airstrip on pilings that's sitting out into the ocean, like LaGuardia, only a lot safer. Like LaGuardia. You could tell the people, like, you know, whoever, there was definitely a New Yorker involved in this comic. I can tell you that right now. Not that I'm surprised. Look at the Jeeps. Look at the Jeeps. They look different. They look like Broncos. They don't look like Jeeps. Okay, this looks a little bit more like it, but come on, you've got straight up reference. You can't draw the Jeep. You can't draw a Jeep Wrangler to look like a Jeep Wrangler. Okay, it's starting to look a little better. This is a little bit better here. That's as close as I've seen to the actual a Jeep Wrangler look. But it could be better. Yeah, it looks like they changed it. Oh my god, it's a Brachiosaurus. End of number 1. Exploring Jurassic Park. Michael Crichton. Yeah, I mean, there we go. Game Gear. Oh yeah. Isn't this ironic that Macho Man is here for WrestleMania, WWF, and then Spider-Man, and then later on he would be Bonesaw in Spider-Man, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Bonesaw is ready. All right. On to issue number 2. Here we go. I hope y'all are getting some value out of this. I'm gonna try to get through it a little more quickly. See, now they change it. It's like, I don't know. It's not quite right. The cars, it's not, you know. First of all, whoa, wait a minute. What the hell is this? Look how big Ian Malcolm is. Look how big, look at the cars, and look how big Ian Malcolm is. This looks like a little kid's toy car. These figures are too big. They're way too big for the vehicle. Gil Kane. I'm sorry, Gil Kane. You didn't do it right. Like, this doesn't work. Beautiful dinosaur. I like the trees and everything. Your figures are fine, but they're not proportionate to the vehicles. Look at that. That's not good. Yeah. Like, having reference is not an excuse for not having proportionate. Again, these people are too big for this car. This car is way too small. Okay, this is a little bit better. This looks better. This is, I mean, but Ian Malcolm's huge. He's humongous. He would never fit in the car. Not to mention, this isn't what the, okay, yeah, right. They did use those Wranglers first. But it seems like, it's like there's no continuity in style, like, with these vehicles. You know? Like, look how small this is like a little toy car. Look how big they are. They're only a couple steps up. Look how small this vehicle is. I mean, this is in perspective, okay? But that's straight from the film. So that's a freeze frame right there. But this, look how small this damn Jeep is. What the hell? Mr. DNA. You got Mr. DNA right. John Hammond doesn't really look like the actor who played John Hammond, though. They kind of messed that up. I mean, what's with this? He looks kind of like, I don't know. This looks like Sam Neill, though. They got Sam Neill down really well. And, yeah, there's some variances in between. Yeah, they get all the stuff. You know, this looks good. It's like they're in proportion to the seats that they're sitting in. Why couldn't they be in proportion to the vehicle? Like, this is a major comic. This is a comic adaptation of Jurassic Park. And you're not going to get the vehicle size right? All right. This is a tricky angle here, like this crane thing. Okay, so this is okay. They changed it. Like the Velociraptor pin was not right next to the visitor center, but I get what they were doing. I get it. And they changed this up too, like not a fully formed dinosaur. Oh, they did. Eventually, it did. It came out the eggs. That's right. That's right. I'm sorry. And they kind of, I don't know, with the Velociraptors. Okay, here's Muldoon. Now we got Muldoon. Yeah, now it's starting to click. But I don't know how I feel about the design of the Velociraptor. It looks like the lizard, you know? Looks like Spider-Man. The lizard from Spider-Man. The head. So all the great lines are in here during the dinner scene. Chilean sea bass. Spare no expense. But yeah, so here we go. And then all the great lines from Jeff Goldblum. The lack of humility before nature. The way he says it, how does he say? What's the cadence? See if I can remember it. The lack of humility before nature that's been displayed here staggers me. I think that's how he said it. And your scientists were so preoccupied whether or not they didn't stop to think if they should. Everyone knows that line. Everyone. Okay, so here come in the Ford Explorers, right? And this looks correct. Okay, now I believe that these characters could get inside this vehicle. They're not bigger than the vehicle. That was just ridiculous that they did that. That was a big oversight. Yeah, you're getting closer here. I think this is okay. I mean, I still think he's really tall. Maybe too tall. I don't know. Maybe that's right. But, I mean, you got reference. Like, I know it's 1992, but they got all the photos. You can't draw from... You wouldn't want this thing to look like the actual thing. You know, it's close, but it ain't it. Like, okay. Yeah, this looks like a station wagon. I'm sorry. Look, who's drawing these vehicles? Like, this is not a Ford Explorer. That is not how it looks. Doesn't look like that. I mean, do I have that dinosaur magazine here? I don't. It's in one of my long boxes, but that's interesting how they had this problem, you know? Let me look at the See, everyone keeps it in the poly bag, and no one read the damn comic, apparently. But I used to get comic adaptations all the time when I was a kid. I got Independence Day. That was a comic adaptation that I got once, you know? Maybe we'll do a review of that. Oh, yeah. All right. Now we're going to open the second and final poly bag for issue number 3. And then we got 2 more issues to go. We'll look at the cards, and then that'll top it off. Yeah, that was shocking to see that. Like, I'm gonna have to make a YouTube short out of that one because that was ridiculous. Like, see, and that's another thing. Like, I'm looking at this T-Rex here, and like, to me, they drew the Velociraptor head like the T-Rex, and it doesn't really look like it. Like, its neck, the T-Rex's neck, doesn't look like that. Let's see if they have a T-Rex stuff in here, if actual pictures from the movie. We're gonna find out. We're gonna see. I don't know. All right. So this is issue number 3. All right. Let's see here. This is Walt Simonson. He drew that. It's the T-Rex card. Did he draw this? I don't know. Jurassic Park. I want to say this was his, 9 of 9. Or is this Walt Simonson? 7 of 9. This is Walt Simonson's art. So did he draw this too? King of the Dinosaurs. Yes, he did. I'm going to have him sign this. Did he sign this? Did he do this one? I think so. I think he drew that too. So cool. All right, let's put the cards here. Do 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 do. You see, look how they're all in the car here. The two kids, Tim and what's her name? Lex, I think. Yeah, they're in the car. So again, okay, so Simonson did the script. George Perez did the inks. Gil Kane did the pencils. Frontispiece, Art Adams. Okay. Everybody freeze. So it was a sick Triceratops. But they skipped the sequence about the Dilophosaurus. You know, I guess because nothing happened. I guess that'd be hard to show in the comic. Dennis Nedry's trying to do his thing. What does it say? Only one way to be positive. Oh, they missed the opportunity to say dino droppings. Dino droppings? Droppings? They have a lot of stuff. And you will be sure to wash your hands before eating anything. Yeah. Yeah. I think they just didn't know what was going to be the popular lines. You know, they didn't know what was going to be the popular lines in the movie. They just didn't know. Okay. In the car here. Look at Dennis Nedry sweating. He knows he's about to screw everybody over. I can hear the music. Boom, 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 boom. And look, he's getting the embryos in the Barbasol thing. But they didn't really do that. They could have done that. They could have shown the lab. Maybe it wasn't done yet. I mean, come on. So see, the Jeep's different now. Now they got this Jeep. Yeah, but these Ford Explorers, they didn't quite capture it, you know? They're kind of doing their own take on it. Oh yeah, he gets in the wreck and he doesn't know what the sign is. I hate this hacker crap. Hold on to your butts. Yeah, here we go. So they're playing. If they're heavy, they're expensive. Put them down. Yeah, I remember that. Yep, the power's down. Here's the dino. Here's the T-Rex. But it doesn't, you know, they got the back of this car wrong. It looks like a little it looks like a station wagon, this car. It's not an SUV. It looks like a station wagon. I don't know why they did that. I mean, it's like, look at it. Even it just looks wrong. How could you not do this if you have the reference? I don't get that. Like, you look at this and you could see, like, you know, these cars are different heights. You know, this one's a little bit taller and more narrow than this one. How could you mess that up? I don't know. Well, I don't know. But you gotta go with the reference here. This, you know, this looks like a station wagon, like I said. I know I'm being really critical of this, but I mean, you expect better, right? Snort. The T-Rex. Yeah, the T-Rex is okay. It just doesn't look like the T-Rex from the movie. And look, they did the flare. But Ian Malcolm didn't do his own flare. They could have had a scene where he pops a flare. Yeah, they could have done something. Oh, they didn't show this? Oh, they should have showed it. That would have been awesome. Missed opportunity. Huh. Okay, that's part 3. Now the final part of Jurassic Park, the comic adaptation. I'll move these cards to the side. We're gonna wrap this up. Here we go. Part 4, Jurassic Park. They got a lot of ground to cover, I gotta say. Trump. Rawr. Yeah. Okay, they got this pretty close. But he was in the car, though, not outside the car. Oh, no. He got in the car, but he was wearing his rain suit. And look, it gets him. Yeah, okay. That's that sort of thing. Those little modifications, I don't mind that. But some of this other stuff that's more fundamental, like the vehicles, they just didn't get the vehicles right, in my opinion. And Muldoon wasn't wearing his hat. You know? But I get it. It makes it confusing. Must go faster. Must go faster. Must go faster. You think they'll have that on the tour? Yeah. See, it's like anticipating what will be the famous lines. I just think you don't know. Like at the time you're doing this maybe and you're thinking must go faster is not going to be the one. It's going to be, you think they'll have that on the tour. Yeah. But you knew this one. Hold on to your butts. See, some of them are easy tells. You know it's going to be, you know. Yeah. Wow, Muldoon's got he's got a bazooka. He's got a rocket launcher for the Velociraptors. You can't just go walking around, you know. There's the pin. Yeah, even Nedry knew better than to mess with the raptor fences. But he's got he's got an RPG. Look how they gave him an RPG. He just had a shotgun in the movie. 2 of you clever girls. Oh yeah. He's dead. Oh, you know he did. Climbing the fence. They kind of mishmashed this together. But, you know, this is okay. You know, I don't mind it. It's like, oh, thank God. I think no, she says, oh, I think we're back in business. And then, rah, the thing comes through the thing. I like this. It's a nice little perspective shot here. Going up. Worm's eye view. Where did this mountain come from? There was no mountain in the movie. Okay. Of course, they get stuck in the kitchen and the Velociraptor follows the kids. And this is good. This is looking good. You know what I think? You know what I think it was? Actually, I think they didn't have... You know what they didn't have for reference on this? They had the vehicles, okay, because that was real vehicles were used. That wasn't CGI. I think that they didn't have the CGI T-Rex, but they had stop motion models. So they were going off the stop motion. So this sort of thing, I think this was some of this was animatronic with the Velociraptors. So this looks better, and this looks more like the Velociraptors that we saw in that you see in the film. You know, this is straight out of the film, straight out of it. Yeah. Lex and Tim. And look, they show the raptor crash through the glass. Yeah. Yeah, he kicks it. But you can't really replicate that because she falls through the crate, right? The grate and the vent, and her leg is like dangling, and then he pulls, Alan Grant pulls her leg up as the raptor snaps at it. That's just, you can't create that. Like, and they probably didn't have that shot available to them as reference. They didn't have freeze frames because they were probably, up until the very last moment before the movie was released, they were probably making edits, you know? They were probably making changes in post-production. Yeah, green blood from the dino here, from the T-Rex eating the velociraptor. Must have gotten out of the shed. Stand behind me, kids. Grab the kids. Yeah. And look, the T-Rex is fighting the two velociraptors. I guess he swung this one off his back, like in the movie, and then he chomped on that one. And then here's the famous end line of the movie. Mr. Hammond, after careful consideration, I've decided not to endorse the park. In the movie it says the park, but I believe it's decided not to endorse Jurassic Park. And then John Hammond is supposed to say, so have I, instead of after careful consideration, so have I. I think it's just so have I, and then he drives off. Yeah, different helicopter, you know. They see the pelicans at the end. Yeah, and that's it. That's the last issue. Final Fight 2. Oh man, I remember Final Fight 3. That was a good game. I like Final Fight 3. And then Sky Caps. We used to call these Pogs. We'd collect these things called Pogs in the 90s. I have some Pogs somewhere, not readily available where I could show you, but yep. Well, that's it. That's the run. That's the 4th issue. Here's the 1st issue. You know, we got the 2nd and the 3rd issues right here, Jurassic Park. But I gotta say, like, whew, there's some serious art issues in this book. Like, right here, first and foremost, look at this. Look at this. These guys, there's no way in hell they're gonna fit in that tiny little toy car, that little Jeep. That's like almost like an RC car. I mean, look how small that is. That's not even a go-kart. You can barely fit. Look how big Ian Malcolm is. There's no way you could fit in there. Kind of ridiculous. I mean, that's a serious proportional issue. They were counting on you looking at the dinosaur and really, you're looking at this, but the devil's in the details, and I'm also looking at this, and boom. You know, because I noticed the vehicles were not right because they didn't look like the reference. They kind of, like, Jeeps don't have like a chrome bumper on them, you know? It doesn't look right. Like these taillights on a Jeep, they pop out differently. And I know in the movie they didn't have hard tops on the Jeeps. So, you know, I get it. And oh, here too. Like, this is a good panel right here, and I showed this earlier when we were looking at, this is issue 2, we were going over issue 2, but this is straight from the movie, right? You even have the construction areas here with the scaffolding, but this car is way too small. These people are like engineers. They're way too big. They would never fit in that car. They're just too big, you know? So, but anyway, that's Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3, and 4, the movie adaptation. I took, I believe, issue 3 and 4, or 1 and 3 out of the poly bags, but I have these in their poly bags. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to doing some other future movie adaptations. Actually, I have Blade Runner, the film adaptation, the comic book adaptation of the film Blade Runner on the way. So that's a 2-issue comic done by Marvel Comics. So I'm looking forward to looking at that. If you check online, if Blade Runner has some good cover art for 1 and 2 of the movie adaptation. So that's it for now. Take care, everybody. If you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you right here next time at Acadian Comics. Bye for now.